Afternoon, folks. This is the flat roof. We're in the bathroom. And this is the flat roof where all my MPS machines are. This must be about 3-4 inches of snow all on it. Hope it don't go through. Anyway, the missus has had to go to work because nobody else is there to cover. Nobody can make it, so she's gone in early. So I thought it was a great excuse to have these on. I've not been on for a little while now. So I've got hyper notes on, MPS, Star Matches System 1. Smashing away. I mean, it ain't been on for a little while, not massively. Oh, that's a nice sort of look. And this little baby here, I like this machine. And I've done that light now, so I can't think what it's bloody called now. Oh, Big Bucks. Yeah, Big Bucks, there you go. So that's on. A bit of sevens up. Shout out to Richie 100 with the old Silver Ghost. I believe a lot of these ended up as Silver Ghosts in the end. So there you go. Oh, I thought that crashed out. So it does that. It looks like it's just sat there doing nothing, then it starts flashing again. I tell you what, that's been an amazing repair. This machine has not been touched in nearly 3 years, and it comes on every single time. Occasionally the middle reel wobbles on the startup, but it's always fine. BWB's Super Cobra. I mean, you've all seen these machines before, but I know I've got a few new subscribers, so you just have to go with it. Loved and hated in equal measure, because this was a Super Stepper, which is a sought after machine, but was converted in '85 to Super Cobra by BWB. Probably my favourite machine of all time. I love them two cabinets. I love them style of cabinets. This one's up and running again, top up, so I might do a video of this one. That's because a couple of people have asked to see it again. I can't think of it at this very moment, but on my YouTube. So top up's back on now. That's nice and fixed. And the Mega Silver Pot. JPM Silver Pot. For those of you who know your films, you actually see this machine, not this very machine, or maybe it is, who knows. You see this actual machine on that film called Fruit Machine, 1985 or 86 film, or 89 was it, about them two gay guys who go to Brighton. It's a bit of that from London, I believe. Well, in the Palace Pier, because it wasn't called Brighton Pier then, it was called Palace Pier, you actually see one of these clearly flashing away behind them, for those of you who know your shit. Anyway, the main reason for this, so I've got them on, the main reason for this video is for you, Taylor's family, I believe you're called. I don't know you, I don't know your name, but you have asked for this machine a few times on a few threads. So I've pulled it out because it's stuck in the corner. It's working fine. This has not been on for absolutely months. So, oh, it's full of coins. Oh, it is full. And you have asked for me to play this more than once, and I should oblige quicker. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, that's a new tempo. This only takes the sort of pre-2012 one. I mean, I'll have a good go on this, see what we can do. Like I say, it's not been on for ages. I do need to turn this into a Super Nudge Gambler at some point. I have got the kit, thanks to Louis, but one thing or another, there's always something else to do. That's what we like. Okay. This is a very simple, basic machine, and it auto holds if you want it. I call this machine my guilty pleasure, because it's not a great machine, but I just remember playing them. They used to have loads of these in Western Supermare. when they got rid of all the MPU 3s and started to go to 4s and 5s. These sort of got left behind almost, and these were the oldest machines in the arcades. I can remember it clearly. The only difference between Nudge Gambler and the blue Super Nudge Gambler is it hasn't got the whole button for the reel. But like I say, I have got the kit to convert this. It's one of my must-do jobs there. We'll let them hold. So Taylor's family. You have been very patient and you have asked a number of times, can I play this Nudge Gambler? I think it's this Nudge Gambler, I'm sure it's this one. It's the only one I've got, this Nudge Gambler. But remember folks, this is a bit of a weird mix. It's a bit of a weird mix because it's a bell fruit, but yeah, it's running a JPM Tech and a JPM cabinet. Which obviously I wouldn't have known back in the day. Wouldn't have cared, I guess. I'll have a good go on this for you, mate. So yeah, this is for Taylor's World, I think the channel's called. It's the only thing, you can't gamble anything. If you want a nice simple play along machine, can't go wrong really. There's some noise. I don't know the real combination. Oh, it's there. So it's definitely not going to be there, there's only one. I like that sound, I've got to be honest. This is great. That's the only thing, when you respin it, it's straight down with the countdown. Ooh. I doubt it's there, but 1, 2, 3, 4 hours. Made a mess of that. We weren't there anyway. When it's like that, you've got no choice, have you? I will play some more, but you got to, for those who don't know, you've got to listen to the tune. Then the buttons peter out and into a trap. Anyway, we'll have a few more goes. Yeah, for those of you, some of you, a lot of you know already, this was done by, these were made by Coral Hayes, CHS, Coral Hayes Services Limited. They converted these. Like I say, must have been using a bell fruit license and a JPM technology. Weird. Yeah, it knows it's not, doesn't it? Still not. Yeah, on this, to hold, you just press them like that. So it's quite cool. hold after a nudge. Another hold after a nudge. Yeah, I'll watch that again. There you go. In the era of 5p play, they did make a 10p play £4 jackpot one of these. There was 3 versions. This one is the base model, probably the rare, well, probably not the rarest one. I'd guess the £4 is, but this was the base model, as in 5p play, but no hold on the nudge reel. Then there was the Super Nudge Gambler version with the hold, obviously. Oh, let's have a look. There was the Super Nudge Gambler, which was still 5p play, but you had the hold on there. And there was the red Super Nudge Gambler, which was the £4 jackpot 10p play with tokens. So there was 3 versions of this. I would say that the red one with the tokens was the rarest, followed by this, and the blue was probably the most common. But I'm only guessing, I don't know these facts. Oh, I'll hold all them, but we'll see. And again, wasting goes. Oh. Well, I wanted to hear the jackpot tune. Anyway. So it knows it's on 9, doesn't it? I'll go for it, but I don't know if it's there or not. Oh, that bell might be a pain. No, it wasn't there anyway. Well, there you go, Taylor's World. Unfortunately, I didn't get the jackpot tune. That is available on some of my other videos. So this is Nudge Gambler, not Super Nudge. Can't beat that tune now, can you? Just let that play. Tell you what, it's so simple, but it's addictive. It is really addictive, this machine. Anyway, shh. And then now you go and you're back in the track, which includes the hold buttons on this conversion. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, Mr. Taylor. So the good old Nudge Gambler, but do remember, those who are watching, this is not the original electromechanical Belfruit. This is a later rebuild. There must have been about, I know of at least 7 different Nudge Gamblers, Super Nudge Gamblers, starting with the electromechanical one. They've done it on this tech, they've done it on System 1, they've done it on Black Box. They've done it on System 85, System 83. They must have, so this is just another one. This was probably done in about 88, 89 at a guess. Anyway, I am going to go back into the other room. I'm going to leave this on for a bit anyway. So in a bit. Bye.